Quick Victor Gold Prizm number to 10 update. Man, probably the biggest card ever pulled. We'll see when the dust settles. Pulled on March 20th. Want to give you an update on where it is and what's going on. Pulled on March 20th. Sent to PSA on March 22nd or 21st, I forget, immediately. Fast graded a PSA 6. Put me in a state of stunness and shock and just awe and disgust and just sadness. Got the card back. Cracked it. I will say I did try to sell it for cash, and no one was really interested. I disclosed that there was an issue with it. I think if I didn't disclose that, I think someone would have given me cash for it. I just want to point that out. No one wanted to take it when I disclosed there was something wrong with it. And no one wanted to give me any advice on what to do with it. I spoke to Jeff Wilson at Chantilly. He's like, yeah, I don't know, man. That's going to suck. Oh, wow. Tell me what to do. I'm going to give a shout out here real quickly. And I'm going to emphasize, I think this is a really good point to make. We criticize people in the hobby all the time. We pass judgment all the time. Shit, I've been guilty of it. I'm not going to lie to you. I will say I do try to reach out to the people I criticize first to have a conversation before I get too critical, and I will try to remind myself of this. But Mr. Minty, it was Mr. Minty at the Chantilly Sports Card Show who said to me, after looking at it, and I even jokingly said to him, hey, well, what can I do to get you to fix this up? Is this something Kurt's Card Care could fix? Is there any wax out there? He looked me in the eye and said, look, man, I'll be quite honest with you. It's a factory defect. You should return this to Panini, and they should, most likely, will take care of you. I'm like, really? And he said, yes. He said, a big card like that, Panini has procedures, or I forget how he worded it, but he said they'll take care of you. Contact Panini and return that card. And I'll be brutally honest. It was Mr. Minty. It was Mr. Minty who told me to do that. After simply just looking at my card, he didn't buff it or shine it or do anything else, didn't trim it, who told me to do that. So I did submit the card back. I want to say it got to Panini. I think they checked it out on April 9th, right? It's like a week after, a few days after the Chantilly show. I sent it to Panini. Today is May 2nd. So between now and then, I did talk to a friend of mine who also sent a card back for a replacement with Panini. He had a different type of card and so forth, and he gave me some feedback. I also chatted with Mr. Ham last night about this on the live, and short story, I decided to call Panini today, and surprisingly, they answered the phone on like the third ring. The lady was very nice. I was very nice as well. I was, thank you very much for your time. Really appreciate it. Listen, I've got a ticket here for a factory damaged card. Could you give me a status update? Tell me what's going on. She pulled it up, and her explanation to me was, yep, we have it. It's been checked in the system. We're working on other defects right now. We'll get to yours shortly. I said, is there a time frame? Is that shortly like weeks or shortly like months? Is it a year? She said, honestly, it's probably a few months, which I appreciate it. And maybe she didn't use the word honestly, but she conferred to me that it would be months. I did ask her, I said, let me ask you another quick question. I said, this card was special because it was serial numbered 01 of 10, the jersey numbered. What will happen in that instance? And she said, let me check with that. And she took a few minutes, put me on hold, came back and told me, it looks like, according to what I see here, they will restamp that card with the initial or the original serial number. And I was like, that's fucking awesome, guys. Let's be quite honest with you. I'm a little blown, but I'm like, in fact, I'm making this video today, first for a vlog, just a record of this. And secondly, I'm not gonna bug Panini. Let's see, it's May, all of June. Yeah, I won't bug them till the beginning of July. Like as we get towards the National and they don't have an update on them, I'll be like, hey man, can you give me an update before the National? I really want to get the card for the National. I would love to have the card graded before the National too. If not, I'll be honest, I think I'd take it to Fanatics Fest and get it graded there in person, man. Anyway, this is great news. I also want to make this video for a few other reasons because it makes me laugh. Number one, shout out to Sports Card Dad, who was, he all but inferred on his video chat on Off Centered a few weeks ago. So if a card, if you got it like a PSA 6 and later on it showed up as a PSA 9, would you suspect that something happened to it? Maybe it was altered or trimmed or waxed or someone fixed it or something? Like he's basically questioning what potential. I'll just leave it at that. Vintage Sports Shack guy. Listen, dude, if you think I'm trimming cards or doing anything else, please contact me. Don't put me in the bucket there with the false accusations like you did to Neo. I'm documenting this to show you there is a procedure that you can actually go back to the manufacturer like Panini, and they will take care of you. Now, again, I got to wait for that to come through. I got to wait for Panini to cash the check that they say they're writing. But I'm super excited. And lastly, to my buddy Bobbles. How did we get here today? I think you're a great man. I would still be pissed at you if I graded a car with you and you sent it back and told them it was overgraded. I don't think you should do that. But I want to point out, Bobbles, this is a good example of where I have taken grading from PSA, their opinion, where they identified a factory defect. And I said, you know what? Damn it, you're right. I got third-party opinions from Mr. Minty and others. Jeff Wilson, you let me down, man. Jeff Wilson, hopefully this is a story for you. You'll know now. Listen, go back to the manufacturer. For everybody else paying attention out there, save your receipts, save your UPC code, save your boxes. You can get the stuff replaced. Bobbles, I'm going to turn my PSA 6 into something better. I don't know what. Maybe a PSA 8, maybe a PSA 9, maybe a PSA 10. But it's not going to be a PSA 6. I'm sending it back because PSA, it's not that they did it wrong. It's that Panini did it wrong, and Panini's going to do it right, and the PSA is going to justify it. And I'm going to have to show PSA they got that from Panini just because of this. But I just want to share this story with you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Like, comment, subscribe. Have a wonderful day.